Hi, welcome to eTherapy's Mental Health and Wellbeing series for administrators. I'm Evan Whitehead. Just a little bit about myself so we can begin our conversation. I'm a veteran district level administrator, mindset and accountability coach, mental health advocate, mindfulness practitioner, and a member of the eTherapy team. Within this 5-part video series, the goal is to help you be the best version of you by ultimately improving your overall mental health and well-being via practical tips and strategies that I've learned through my own lived experience. The way I'm going to deliver these to you is via mindset, accountability, and mindfulness, and my own 3B's framework: balance, boundaries, and breaks. So let's just have a conversation. As a school administrator, a district administrator, I understand what you're going through. Not only have I sat in your seat, I currently sit in your seat. I know that these are challenging times. This is new for education. This is a space we've never been in. This is also a space that we've never been in terms of leading schools and districts. This is the hard work that we've always talked about, that we've always learned about, and now the time is here. This is the first time that mental health and social emotional well-being needs have been at such a high level and the need for them to be prioritized. What do we do? What can we do? As administrators and leaders, we have a lot of responsibilities. Every day, something new is always on our plate. The number one role that we have is making sure that we take care of others, whether it's our students, whether it's our staff, or our families that we serve. The role of an administrator and a school leader is very difficult. We're always juggling many balls in the air, wearing many hats, trying to find a way just to make it through, just so the ship can continue to sail. We often think that the job that we have is thankless. We wonder why there's many hours that we stay late, we get into work early, we work on weekends, and even the holidays. We're pushing through to make sure that the districts and schools that we lead run smoothly. But this is the first time, because of the pandemic, that now we have to address other needs too. Other needs that are happening in our community, in our schools, within our staff, and also the challenges that we have in our own homes and our own lives. Even though being an administrator and a school leader has been challenging and difficult, we've always had time to be able to switch from one role during our work life to another role in our family life. But over the last 12 to 14 months, it's been very difficult to do so. It's been extremely difficult to be able to separate one from the other. Multiple roles and responsibilities have now been blended. It's been very challenging and difficult to separate what's work, what's not work, what we need to do, what we need to prioritize. So I ask you a question. We're always asked to lead. We're always asked to look out for the well-being of others. We're always asked to put the needs of others before our own. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever asked yourself, who's going to take care of me? Who is taking care of you? Are you putting the feelings, the thoughts, the needs of others before yourself to the point that you're forgetting about yourself? If that's the case, I'm here to tell you that's not okay. And I'm giving you permission to change that. During this series, we're going to talk about some very important concepts that I think we should begin with. The first is vulnerability. What does it mean to be truly vulnerable? I know it's a tough one for a lot of us. We have to put that face on. We have to wear that mask. We have to make it appear as though everything's going great, even though we may be having some challenges. Why? Because we're the face of the district and the school and the community. So what does being vulnerable really mean? Well, it's part of being your true self. It's part of being confident enough in your own self that you can share your strengths as well as your challenges. Ultimately, we're all in a place where we need to grow. Nobody's perfect. And believe me, the more honest you are with yourself and about yourself, the more people will respect you because they'll understand that you're just like them. The next phase is being authentic and authenticity. What does that mean during this time? Well, we have so many challenges that we're faced with. We have social media. We have the media in general, painting a picture of what they believe education and the education field is. And how do we maintain that image? Do we need to maintain an image? Or is it about being our true selves and being able to demonstrate that and knowing that? That's a true component of leadership. And the third phase I want to talk about is being accountable and accountability. And what does that mean? We think about that as holding others accountable and being their accountability partner. But what about the fact of holding yourself accountable? Being true to yourself, making sure that you stand firm into your beliefs, your philosophies. Bending a little bit is okay, but you don't have to break. Be who you are. If you want the respect that's necessary and that you deserve, it's okay to do that, but hold yourself accountable for what you say and what you do. Last, let's talk a little bit about mental health and social emotional well-being. Those have been buzzwords at the time that we're currently living in. It's very popular. You hear a lot about educator self-care and well-being and mental health. They're buzzwords. But what does it truly mean? How are we living? How are we making sure that we're doing what we need to do to take care of our own mental health, but also modeling it for others? Contrary to popular belief, mental health is physical health. They're one and the same. We all have mental health. Although we may not all have mental illness, we all have mental health that we need to take care of and be aware of. With that, social emotional well-being is extremely important, especially during these times, as we're looking for an opportunity and ways to transition back to a more in-person learning environment for our students and our teachers. Are we aware of what everyone needs? Do we know what the impact of what we do and what we say can affect others? Where are we truly in our own social emotional well-being in order to be able to lead others that we serve? Remember, it's okay to be selfish about your mental health and wellness in order to be the best version of yourself so that you can be selfless for others that you help and serve. I'm Evan Whitehead for eTherapy, and remember, be well. Peace and blessings.